So I'm also sorry, and I apologize that I'm missing the most important thing, which is the chat and discussion in live between the participants and also between the partners of the project LIFEproETV. But nevertheless, I'm happy to have this chance to talk via these online tools to present also what is happening in Slovenia regarding promotion of the ETV. More specifically, what we focused in our promotional campaign is the construction sector. If we can go just back, is the construction sector and especially the circular construction. So as a part of the circular economy, and with this, we are not talking just what people usually think construction and demolition waste and or energy efficiency, but what we are talking with the circular construction is also designed to deconstruct and use of the different digital tools, new materials, and also connection along the value chain with the different technologies for recycling, for reuse. So it is a big field where the ETV could be promoted. So one of the things what was shown on the first slide is the construction sector, as we know, is one of the major consumer of the raw materials, not just raw materials, but also water. So we also have to deal, like it was already shown, the examples of the water treatment. So we also have to deal with this in the construction industry. But it's also very important part of the European economy, because it is 10% of the GDP presents 10% of the GDP in Europe, and mostly 99% of the people employed in the construction industry are micro enterprises or medium and small enterprises. Another thing, which is one of the obstacles when introducing the environmental items, is that we are rather, and also in innovative items, is that we are rather conservative sector. Maybe it has to have, it has connection with this, that the buildings and infrastructure as a part of the construction activities have to be stable, they have to be safe, and so sometimes there is a little bit conservativeness. But as the current status show, the sustainability is the most important innovative thing, or the thing of the future in the construction industry, because of its impacts, beside the development of new materials and digitalization, automatization of the processes. Also, what is good, as what we identified in our campaign, is that, so first of all the European policies and legislation is fastly coming, directly coming also to the construction industry in Slovenia. So we are forced to think more and more outside the obligatory use of the sustainability assessment, which the legislation proves, so also thinking about the ETV. So we are used also to the certification in the construction industry. We have, as a part of the 7th basic requirements of construction works in the European Construction Product Regulation, that we have to think about the sustainable use of primary resources. And like I said, companies or larger companies or even small companies, as a part of the value chains, now they are also more and more thinking about the EU taxonomy, which was today already mentioned, and also corporative sustainability reporting directive. Just here on this slide, I think you can see it is, that was my background of it. So here you can see that we are already involved in Europe and worldwide in the sustainability assessment. So on the left, you can see a picture of some of the well-known certification schemes of the sustainability. They are focusing on different different topics. They started probably mostly from the energy efficiency, but at the end we get some kind of the evaluation of the sustainability of the construction project. Either this is a building of the more rarely infrastructure, because these schemes are usually not covering infrastructure, but mostly buildings. Then in the middle, we have the well-known European certification or verification scheme called Levels. Again, mainly for the buildings, not for the infrastructural projects. And then what is now very firmly becoming incorporated in the construction activities is also EPD, Environmental Product Declaration, as type 3 of the declarations. And also here at ZAC, we have our own program on the verification of the EPD. Then with our framework, where we are working or where our target audience are embedded, is something what is just rising, and this is European carbon storage certification scheme, so-called quality, which is similar to Levels, very good verification scheme, or very good idea, because it's just developing. It is meant to harmonize. But mostly it's mentioned wood as a part of this scheme, but I will show a little bit later where is our niche, what we started thinking about, especially during this project. So you see, this is some kind of the sustainability framework in the construction sector where ETV comes in. Next slide. Here I'm talking about carbon storage. So as you know, wood, especially in Slovenia, is very, very much emphasized, because many our policies and also policies are directed to sustainable use of materials and use of wood. So in the past years, we see a lot of the wood construction in Slovenia, but there are other materials which can show the long-term storage of the CO2 in the materials, and you can see two types here. So on the left, these are different type of ashes in different construction composites, and on the right you can see also the cement industry is now focusing very much on use of different type of the waste, including the construction demolition waste, concrete, in order to bind additional CO2 which is produced also during the production. So this is a lot of the research topics, but also industrial topics in order to decrease CO2 emissions are focused now on development of such materials. And what we see in our campaign is also that there are already ETV verification documents on such products. Like here, one example from United States, verification of the parameters and performance of the CO2 capture inside, so of the CO2 capture inside the construction products. So the technology itself was verified. But there are also some other examples, like, for example, we are working a lot on the fire safety of the photovoltaic. And then I'm sure there are a lot of the products which can increase either durability of photovoltaics connected with the renewable energy sources, or even decrease the what will become in the future very important, increase the fire safety, decrease the potential damages because of the photovoltaic, which are very I don't know if I'm using the right expression, but they can be more combustible than conventional materials for roofing. So going to the Slovenian campaign goals with all this information in our background, So what we wanted, first of all, our goals, I think, were very set it very high, but as we know, if you don't set, the wind can change your direction when you are flying. So we have to set high goal. So our main goals was to really disseminate and inform the companies, not just in the construction sector, but also along the whole value chain, and also to inform and raise awareness among the decision makers in order to put this as much as possible in recommendations in different policies and regulation. So three goals: support companies by validating their innovative environmental technologies, increase understanding of the benefits brought by ETV statements among small medium enterprises and decision makers, and third goal, provide investors reliable and useful information on verified environmental technology to support their trust in investment project support. At the same time, we are building this ETV model exploitation. So what we would like to move also after the project is that we, ZAC, as Slovenian National Building and Civil Engineering Institute, we have all the conditions to become verifying body. We have our system, we have even voluntary certification schemes. So together with the Slovenia accreditation, this could be a very, this is, I think, we think that it is achievable goal to become in a year or two after the end of the projects. So I will not talk about the Slovenian campaign. Actually, here are some old data because the campaign is still ongoing. So far, we created one hybrid workshop in Ljubljana at the Slovenian at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, but we participate many external events, more than 5 here. What is listed here. One of the important was, for example, presence and booth at the national event, which is intended where the target audience are environmental managers. And I think these are very important people to come to think about the involvement of ETV in the production inside of the industry entities. So a lot we are doing on our efforts are also on the online publication and networking with the decision makers. We have one expert paper about this. So like I said, there are a lot of the space still ongoing also after the project ending. Some of examples here. So, for example, in upcoming conference, which is after the end of the project in September this autumn, we have a special roundtable about mineral carbonatization of the construction materials and construction products at the TBMC 2024. This is international conference, which we are again presenting the environmental technology verification. So, like a key achievements of this in this campaign, I can say that again we have enhanced our decision to become also verification body in a near future, to add to our list of the verification certification, focusing on the construction technologies, new technologies in construction sector, but also other areas which are linked to the construction sector. Especially we see a niche in development of new technology for catching CO2 in different materials. Either these are biological materials or mineral carbon capturing. And we also see opportunities because currently now there is a renewal of the green public procurement guidelines in Slovenia, where a lot is focused on wood. So where a lot was focused on wood so far, but we would like to also include the ETV. And also what we see as a potential is that Slovenian entrepreneurship fund many times publish the vouchers. So that could be also opportunity to for different ISO standardized methodologies. So this is also, we see opportunity for this. So thank you very much. And I cannot say at the final event, hope to see you very soon, but nevertheless, the team is still, we have some big chunk of the activity to you, but to do, but for all participants, I hope to see in many future events on the sustainability, and the ETV really gets this recognition, which can get it in different areas of the innovation. Thank you.